In this video, I'll show you 3 ways to connect the TP-Link RE605X to your home Wi-Fi network. Quick heads up before you start. Make sure that your extender is plugged in next to your router and the power indicator is glowing solid blue. Of course, your router must be connected to the internet and broadcasting Wi-Fi. And now, let's get started. The easiest and the fastest way to start using this extender is to connect it by WPS. So, locate the WPS button on your router. Usually it's located on the back panel and labeled. You see WPS/Wi-Fi. So press this button, carefully put your router back, and then press the WPS button on the extender. It's on the right side and it's also labeled. Press this button. You have to do it within 2 minutes after pressing the button on the router. And now all you have to do is just to wait. And what's going to happen now, all 4 LED indicator will turn on solid blue. And if you have the single band router, you will see only 2.4G indicator, apparently because the router doesn't support 5 GHz band. At the same time, you can monitor the Wi-Fi networks on any of your Wi-Fi gadgets. But anyway, you need to see 4 in a row, or at least 3 in a row here to start using the internet. Once again, make sure that your router is connected to the internet and broadcasting Wi-Fi. And be patient, it may take up to 2 minutes. I already see new networks in my smartphone. So my main network is named My Wi-Fi, and new networks are named My Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz extended and 5 GHz extended. So that's it, 4 in a row. New networks in my network list. Let me connect. Connect it without password, but if you need the password, if you will be asked for password, the password is the same as for your main router, so don't panic. That's it, you are connected by WPS. Let's move ahead. Now let's connect the extender via smartphone, and this is my favorite method because it's super simple and gives me the full control over my Wi-Fi network in my pocket. So to connect via smartphone, you need Tether application to be installed in your smartphone. Get it from Play Store or App Store and open the application. And if you don't have an account, you will have to create one and log in. It's no harder than registration somewhere on Amazon, so let me skip this step. Just create account, log in, and you will see this screen, My Devices. Most likely you will see your router here. This is my router because I'm connected to my main network, but to manage the extender and to connect it, I need to connect to the extender's network. I can do it from Wi-Fi settings of my smartphone, so I need to make my way to Wi-Fi settings somehow. Here, connect to TP-Link extender. Once connected, go back to the application, wait for a while. Here it is, RE605X. If you don't see the extender straight away, tap on the plus icon, tap on Add a Range Extender, and confirm that LED is solid on. I mean this power LED, confirm this, and wait for a while more. Now it's connected and you need to create the device password. This is not the Wi-Fi password so far, this is password to manage the device itself. Let it be 123 QWE. Okay, tap on next. If you wish to make more difficult password, go ahead. Security first, of course. Now select the wireless network you want to extend. My network's name is My Wi-Fi, so let me extend My Wi-Fi networks. 2.4 GHz band is first. Now I'm entering my current Wi-Fi password. Of course, you have to enter yours. Tap on next. Then let's extend 5 GHz band. Once again, current Wi-Fi password. Check if everything is correct. Tap on next. Here you can rename your extender. For example, you can give it a name of your room: bedroom, living room, kitchen, and so on. Tap on next. And here you need to wait for about 1 minute until the settings are applied, and all LED indicators will glow solid blue when everything is ready. Except if you have a single band router, you will see only 2.4 GHz network indicator. Let's wait. We see this screen in application, but we still don't see 4 in a row. But we need to see 4 LEDs in a row to be sure that everything is correct. Yes, that's it. Now you can relocate the extender to your Wi-Fi dead zone, or rather between the router and Wi-Fi dead zone, but make sure that the Wi-Fi indicator is blue, not red. Then when you're okay with the location, tap on next, and now you can copy password to connect to your network. Let's go to Wi-Fi settings and connect. Here it is, my Wi-Fi 5 GHz extended. It's connected without password, but if you need the password, remember the password is the same as for your main router. Let's go back to the application. And that's it. No internet. Let's fix it by simply tapping here. Everything's working well. Now you can manage different settings from your application. For example, tap on extended network over here and you can change the password, change the extender's name. Tap on more and you can connect your router to seamless one mesh networks so that all your devices will connect to Wi-Fi for the highest possible speed without passwords. You can manage block list, use location assistant, use Wi-Fi coverage mode, selecting between maximum coverage and power saving. Schedule power, you can even manage the LED, put them into night mode, so they will be off at night. And you can change operation mode and connect the extender using the Ethernet cable, so directly connected to your router, and you enjoy the highest possible speed, because wired connection, of course, is much more faster than wireless. So to do this, you need to put the extender into access point mode. But let's go ahead. I'll show you the most advanced way to connect the extender. And the most advanced method, of course, is the web browser connection. So to do this, first of all, on your Mac, on PC, go to your Wi-Fi settings and connect to the TP-Link extender network. Then go to any web browser, open a new tab, and in the address bar type 192.168.0.245. This is the IP address of your extender. So press enter. It takes you to the welcome page where you need to create the device password. Same as we've just done on the smartphone. Okay, let's click start. Now we are in the quick setup menu. Wait for a while for some loading. It's scanning for network. Once again, you need to select the network you wish to extend and enter your current network password. Then select the 5 GHz band. Enter password, click on next, check if everything is correct, because if the passwords are not correct, the connection will not be established. So Be careful here. And click on confirm then. Here you can rename the extenders networks. Let's rename, just for fun, hello 1 and and hello 2, or rather hello 5, to detect 5 GHz network. This process takes up to 1.5 minutes, depending on your internet speed. By the way, do you remember that you have to check your router if it's connected to the internet and broadcasting Wi-Fi? Because if it's not, you will fail this operation. Okay, now everything is ready and you can relocate your extender, but I recommend you to look at your LED indicators one more time and wait for 4 in a row, or at least 3 in a row if you have single band router. And then you can relocate the router to the spotty Wi-Fi area. Don't forget to check for a blue Wi-Fi indicator. Then click on done here and you can connect to new network. If you don't see your new network here, once again restart the Wi-Fi. Let's connect to hello 5. This is 5 GHz band, which is faster. The range is shorter, but the speed is faster than for 2.4 GHz. Yes, the password is correct. Connected, secured, and let's go back to the browser window and check the checkbox I have connected, and then click on finish. And now we are in the login page. By the way, write down this address, tplinkrepeater.net. By this address, you can access your settings anytime from any browser if you remember the device password. So let's enter the device password. Don't save it. You can start using TP-Link Cloud service to manage your Wi-Fi remotely from any point of the world. And let's do it later. What can be done from browser only? You can go to System Tools, you can go to Backup and Restore and create a backup file of your settings. Why do you need this file? Let's say you updated the firmware and after this something went wrong, something is going wrong, and you need to reset your extender, but you don't want to lose settings. In this case, I recommend you to make the backup before firmware update. So backup, click on backup. Now all configurations, all our settings, all our connections, our numerous gadgets connected to the extenders are saved into configuration file, and later you can restore it from this section. Just click on browse, select your file, upload it here, and click on restore. To upgrade the firmware, you need to go to the respective tab, firmware upgrade, and check for upgrades. If it's available, you will see it here. Firmware is up to date, nothing to update. But actually this is the same menu as in the smartphone application. You can manage your extender in any way you wish, connect it to one mesh, put it into access point mode, and so on. And that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Any question, comment below. Be awesome. Bye guys.